Witnesses describe the moments when they say a semi-truck driver sent a mother and her 3-year-old child into a retention pond.
If you are in the Charlotte area, please watch out for this man.
So I'm making this recording, right, to clear a lot of stuff about that is out there trying to, say all kind of stuff about me.
I thank God. Straight from the mud, now it's time to get the pie. Blood, you can see it in my eyes. My future turning up, what it's time to be alive. I'm that nigga, I don't mean to brag, but I'm getting too nice with this. Ain't no way that I'm going outside. My pockets been heavy as shit. The bank is
M2T, welcome, fam. I appreciate y'all pulling up on your boy today. You could have been doing anything, but you decided to hop up in the truck with your boy today, and I just want to let you guys know I appreciate you, fam. I appreciate you. We in the middle of the week. Hey, where I'm at, it's still snowed in, man. Hey, Joplin, Missouri, 0 degrees. Man, I woke up this morning, my brakes was locked up. I had to go out there with a hammer and boom, boom, with one of them sledgehammers, them little small ones. Man, I had to, and that ain't to mention how much snow I was laying in. I was looking like a whole snow angel out there. Man, I had to lay in about 2 feet of snow, get up under the trailer and boom, 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 beat my brake drums and my brakes, man, to get them unlocked. Man, I kept rocking this boy, rocking it and rocking that boy. Boom, it finally broke. So, hey, man, I hope y'all all out there staying safe and everything. And, get on back to the house, to the fam. All right, I got 3 good stories for you guys today, but before I give them to you, don't forget to hit that like, comment, share, and subscribe button whenever you hop up in a truck, all right? Now, our first story, February 17, 2025, Martin County, Florida. Around 9 a.m., a mother and her child was driving down a highway when they crossed paths with a trucker that was switching lanes, and the unthinkable happened. Check this out.
On Canner Highway, when several people heard screeching tires.
We kind of looked up and we saw a vehicle submerged in the pond.
Witnesses describe the moments when they say a semi-truck driver sent a mother and her 3-year-old child into a retention pond. Martin County Sheriff's deputies say the semi-truck driver, 69-year-old Alton Winters, was switching lanes when he struck the family but didn't stop. Nearby construction crews quickly jumped into action.
So we kind of rushed over to kind of see if we can, render some help. We kind of naturally reacted to seeing someone in distress.
Cooper says the car was about halfway submerged when they helped pull the 3-year-old and the mother out the car.
We got on shore and we kind of got into the golf cart and tried to just kind of comfort her and the child.
Neighbors who live across from the scene were shocked but not surprised. They tell me Canner Highway is a dangerous roadway.
It's wild. This road is, people speed up and down it a lot. I have a 1.5-year-old at home myself, so I couldn't imagine, my wife and child got into an accident. A semi hit him and ran.
Winters was found minutes later on US 1 and told law enforcement he had to make a delivery.
He was apologetic. He knew he hit something. Says he didn't know exactly what he hit, but he did know he struck something and continued. I believe he said he saw the tire roll in the roadway. He just decided not to stop.
Deputies say the mother and child suffered cuts and scrapes and were taken to the hospital for a checkup.
Sometimes when a car is submerged in water, you can't get out of that because of the pressure of the water that's pending down on the windows and the doors and the frame of the car. Because soon as you can't get out. Water's coming in from the motors, from under, from everywhere. When you get out, the rest of the water just floods you. Thank God that this was a pond and it wasn't that deep. And this mother was able to react immediately and get her and her 3-year-old out. Now, this damn fool. Now, what the hell is he doing not stopping, first of all, when you know that you didn't hit something? Oh, what was he doing, M2T? What was he doing? Well, let him tell it. He had to get his load out, man. The brother said I know I hit some, but you know, I had to give him a load out. Sick, man. You so worried about getting this damn load out that you know you didn't hit something and you ain't gonna stop to see what it is. Oh, I gotta get the load. Oh, I gotta get my load. Oh, I gotta get that. Fool, they go get it when they get it. Get up out that truck. Now, this the thing. How many of y'all have hit something and kept it moving? And say, I'm guilty. I ain't never hit nobody or no car and kept it moving, but I didn't hit some wild animals. You know, I didn't hit some debris. I didn't hit some stuff, and I'm trying to get there. I get there, get out, look at it, okay, everything all right. But I've never hit no car or no individual, and have never stopped. I've always stopped in any accident I've been in, and I've been in a few. Now, he's up in jail looking like a damn fool, kicking himself in the butt, wishing that he would have stopped. Because had he stopped, he probably wouldn't be in jail right now. So, get in the comments and let me know what you think about that video. Now, to this next video. Just like the trucker that didn't stop, well, this trucker wasn't trying to stop neither. He was trying to get his load off as well. And when he pulled up to deliver his load, he was shaking, rattling, rolling, and smoking. Check this out. By any means necessary, I gotta get that boy out. You hear me? my boy truck looking like a smashed up sardine can, like a smashed up a big red can or something. Man, what the hell? Hey, he was trucking. He getting that load there. I ain't mad at him, man. By any means necessary. You hear me? All right, now to our final and our main story. A Charlotte, North Carolina woman that's going viral right now met a guy at Walmart. She met the guy. They was talking on the phone. They was getting to know each other, just taking baby steps. Let her tell it. This is what she says. He even took care of her at times that she got sick, never did anything or nothing, explained her situation to him. And one night, she decided to go on a double date with him and some friends. She got so wasted, she asked him to take her home to his house, not her house. And when she got there, she goes to his bed as he stay in the living room. And when she woke up the next morning, well, I don't know. I'm gonna let her tell y'all. Now, this is what I do know. Normally we hear from the women, and it's the women that's always on social media, it's the women that's always on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and all that, that's telling their story, right? Rarely and hardly do we ever hear from the men. Well, not in this case. This brother pulled up, and we got his story. So just like you listen to her story, I want you to give this brother the same benefit of the doubt to hear him out. There's always three parts of a story. And what's that? It's her story, his story, and the truth. My question is, who's lying? We're about to find out. Her story first. Check it out.
Hey y'all, if you are in the Charlotte area, please watch out for this man. His name is Gerard Sar, Victor Sar, Gerard Victor, however he want to call himself. He is he me back in August of 2024, and I have everything to prove it. My case wasn't able to get picked up via like criminal, because if y'all know anything about the justice system, the criminal system, when it comes to you have to prove beyond reasonable doubt. Because the evidence that I have does not prove beyond reasonable doubt, the investigator during this process was not able to bring this case about, bring him in for questioning, and he lied. He just lied. But like I said, I'm done with the court system. I'm going to leave it up to you guys to judge this man, or whoever y'all feel like y'all need, whoever y'all feel like. I'm gonna just give y'all the facts of the case, and y'all prove whether or not this man in Charlotte, North Carolina, watch out for him. This is literally my way of therapy. I'm going to share my story. And trigger warning for anybody who's ever been assaulted by anybody. This is my way of starting my healing journey at this point. And I just want to say, watch out for Gerard Starr. He's in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I'm not going to stop until everybody knows this. So it all started back on August 1st when I met him. I was in Walmart, and he seemed like a nice guy, right? I met him on August 1st. I remember the date because I literally just got back from out of town, and I went to Walmart, and he approached me, Then the next day we had a little date, kind of sort of at a hookah lounge, where I expressed to this man that I was currently in a heartbreaking state. I was depressed. I was very much unstable in my life, and I was just looking for a means to come about as I was struggling. I was looking for help. Long story short, this man, he acted like he wanted to help me. He got me an interview at one of his jobs. He did the whole nine. He would pick me up from work because I was having car trouble at the time, didn't have a car. He did the most to want to actually try to pursue me. And he was at least I thought he was respecting the fact that I was not interested in dating anybody. And I told him this the day that we had our first date. I let him know, hey, I don't want to be serious with anybody right now, because if I'm broke, I cannot be there for nobody. I can't show up the way I want to. I can't talk my shit the way I want to. It's just very hard, especially on my mental. So it's I was trying to get my life together when he decided to, take advantage of me at this point. So boom, from the first till about the first 2 weeks of August, he spent his days trying to get me to become more comfortable with him in terms of just opening up. And one time I was sick, he invited me over to his house for him to cook for me because I was so sick. I went over there and he actually cooked for me. He did his best to take care of me, but I wanted to go home, so I left. Then another time, he would just pick me up from work. It'd be oh, you at work? Oh, he doesn't live that far from where I was working at the time. And so he would be oh, I'm gonna come pick you up, I'm gonna take you home. And that's all it would be. Him picking me up, dropping me off, taking me home. And he would work. And then it was like that for, like I said, for about 2 weeks. The third week of him having my number is when the happened. And I can talk about this now like this because I've talked about it so many times, and every time that I've talked about it, I've actually felt more comfortable speaking on it. And so now it's to the point where I can tell my story and it not have the same effect on me as before. So before now I'm processing it, and for the record, I am in therapy myself on the side as well, but this is more therapeutic as well, just sharing my story just in case it can help somebody else, because this man is still out here. He's still out here, y'all. He's still out here. If y'all don't know, look it up. How many cases are actually tried in the US after it's brought to them? Let's not even speak on the freaking number of cases that are actually reported to the cops, but the ones that are actually reported to the cops, how many of them are actually picked up? There's a paper right here, a statistic that says that only 310 out of every 1,000 is reported to the cops. Then not even that, for every for every 100 that is reported to the cops, only 18 of them are taken into, like, are literally going to take it to trial and be tried at. Do you know what that leaves us? The streets. That leaves us. That's why they have things called street justice, and that's why they have a whole bunch of extra things that people do, because the justice system sucks. For it to ever be looked at like that is crazy to me. And I understand, you know, there's a flip side to everything where there are people out here that is lying about what happened to them, but I'm not lying, and like I said, I will tell you all about it. So about a few weeks after, so on the 18th of August, he calls me, you know, he just got back in town from his job. He's like, yeah, I just had a great week. Like, I want to take you out. I want to celebrate. And at this time, you know, the job that he helped me get, which he didn't really help me get, but he helped me get the interview for, and I got the job. I was starting that following week as well. So I'm like, great, let's celebrate. Let's go out. Let's celebrate like I'm in a good mood. I'm about to have a good job, better paying job, start making some income. Like, you know, long story short, we end up going to this plot called Fume. It's a nice little lounge in Charlotte. I pulled up by myself, and he pulled up after, so I Ubered there. He met me there. Me and my friend was already there. So we ended up having like some sort of double date. Long story short, it wasn't that busy that night. The manager that was there, he sent us a bottle of champagne. We already had about 3 rounds of shots, and then the owner of the establishment also sent shots to our table. So we were very well drunk. Like, I know I was. I probably drunk more than everybody because everybody else had to work the next day. I didn't have to work the next day. So I was drinking. Everybody was drinking. My girlfriend, she was with her friend. They both were driving. I wasn't driving. So I drank more than anybody that night. Long story short, we was there until about 2:30 because I remember him cleaning up in the establishment. We were leaving out. I don't really remember the walk from the restaurant to the car. The next thing I do remember is like being at his apartment, and he's like, you know, let's go up, and I'm like struggling to make it up those steps because I was just so lit. I was so lit, and I just couldn't like walk. So he helped me up them steps. I remember him helping me. When I got to his house, I remember me asking him for a change of clothes because I had like this 2-piece on. It was very uncomfortable. And so I was like, I knew I was just going right to sleep. You know what I mean? I knew I was just going right to sleep. I had ended up only being awake enough to put on the shirt, and then I went to bed, like to his bed, and then he was in his living room when I left him because he's like, oh, I'm about to stay up for a little bit, and that's fine, you know. He wasn't tired. I was tired, drunk, whatever. I went to his bed. When I went to his bed, I just remember like passing out, but I wasn't like completely passed out. I was like passed out to the point where I didn't want to move, but I wasn't passed out to the point where I couldn't hear what was going on in my surroundings, right? So boom. As I remember going to bed, mind you, me and him already had a conversation about how I do not want to have sex with him, how I am moving extremely slow. I'm still recovering from a breakup. Me and him barely kissed, y'all, barely kissed. So this was just completely off throne for me. So he's saying that I was clearly drunk, and I went to bed. He was in the living room for a little bit, and I remember hearing him come into the room as I was laying in bed, and he started kissing me. Now, for whatever reason, I could not move. I could not kiss back. I could not move. I could not speak. I could not open my eyes. My body was literally still, and I remember that because I know what my body did. Like, I remember him kept calling my name. I remember him kissing me, not kissing back, him noticing me, not kissing back, then him lifting my legs to go eat my. It was completely a movie nightmare, y'all. Like, I just could not believe that this was happening to me. I was literally screaming to the top of my lungs, but it would not come out my mouth. I remember my brain just not being able to speak what I was trying. So as he continues to kiss all on my body that I did not give him permission to, as he continues to lick on my vagina that I did not give him permission to do. Mind you, y'all, during this time, he keeps trying to call my name as if I was looking at it like he was trying to get my attention, like trying to get me to wake up. But now that I'm thinking about it, he might have slipped me something in my drink, because he kept calling my name, not only like in the beginning, but also the whole time. Like from what I remember, it was literally like he licked my to like make sure it was wet. He wasn't like eating it, like, you know, he was licking it to make sure it was wet. Then he decided to put his raw in my. And when I tell you that, I just was no longer good after that. Like, I was so upset, y'all. Like, I literally could not move, and I could not scream, and I could not say nothing. I didn't have my eyes open, nothing, y'all. He kept thrusting and thrusting and thrusting. He probably thrusted about 6 or 7 times before I think he realized what he was doing and got off of me. Literally, just rolled off of me, and then that's the last thing I remember before I fully passed out. That is the story. This is currently his picture on BLK. One of my friends sent it to me, showed that he also lied to me about his age. He told me he was 40. On here it shows 45. If you look up his name, it shows 49. We don't know how old this man is. This man is just lying, out here lying. So that's what happened that night. The next day, which is the next morning, I woke up probably like 6 or 7. But you know, when you drink a lot the night before, when you wake up early that next morning, it's really not that early. Like, we probably got in probably like 3 o'clock. And so 6 o'clock is like 3 hours. You're still kind of drunk. So I kind of was just laying there, like kind of drunk, like so confused about what happened, and passed right back out. Woke up again probably around 11. And I felt so weird. I felt so weird, y'all. Like, I got up. I realized that my pants were on the floor. I don't remember putting them on, so I'm not going to say anything about those pants. But I put them on, and then I, you know, he's up getting ready to go out, telling me how he has to go to work, and that, you know, it's time to go or whatever. And then I asked him, I'm like, did we do something last night? Like, did something happen? And he's like, yeah, but you wasn't responding. So he tried to say that he tried to do something, but I wasn't responding, so he gave up. And then as time went on, he continues to change his story, y'all. He continued to change the story. So then, you know, he ended up taking me home, which we don't live far from each other either, but he ended up taking me home. I left. I went home that morning. And I proceeded not to talk to him for the rest of that day, because I just did not feel good. Like, even what he told me, I just couldn't, like, understand it fully. Because, again, y'all, I still could not believe that this is really what happened to my 31-year-old body. Like, I felt grown. I felt confused. I felt ashamed. I felt so lost. So as he continues to kiss all on my body that I did not give him permission to. So later on that day, he had a feeling. He had a feeling, because you know how when you don't talk to somebody after seeing them at all, like you don't reach out, you don't say shit, and then they be like, damn, like what happened? After y'all been constantly communicating a lot in the past, and then the day come and nothing, you know? And then, so he kept reaching out. He was like, hey, are you okay? How's everything? And I'm just like not responding, not answering. At the time, I'm confused. You know, I've never been raped before. This was my first time ever being raped. I don't know if y'all know anybody who's ever been raped, but it's not like what you see on the movies. Most of the time, I was told I was in something called shock, like postpartum shock, or like whatever happens to you when you don't really kind of fully understand a trauma that happened to your body. Your mental does its own thing, where it's trying to make what happened to you feel like it's okay, or it's your fault, or, you know, I was dealing with all of that. I was literally texting my girlfriend Michelle, and I'll post the text messages too, about him constantly reaching out to me, and me texting her and letting her know what happened, and just basically he just knew something was up. So then, you know, we talked Tuesday. So I didn't talk to him for the rest of Monday, I don't believe. Like, I'll have to fact check that, but I don't think that I barely talked to him on Monday. Tuesday, the next day, I called him, you know, because I'm still not feeling good about what happened. And I'm just letting him know. I'm like, bro, like, I don't understand what you mean. Like, tell me what happened. Tell me exactly what happened. Like, you're telling me we had sex. How did we have sex? I wasn't responsive. And then he's like, you know, we never had sex. I just wanted to tell you that because, you know, I just wanted to see what you were going to say. So not only did he just now come up with the fact that we never had sex, but he also said that he lied about us having sex because he seen that I was upset about it. But then he also goes to say, because I kept asking him, I'm like, did you use a condom? Did you use a condom? Did you use a condom? He kept saying yes, yes, yes. Then when he lied about us having like complete intercourse never happened, that's what he said. I then like on Tuesday, that same day, I literally just went off on him because I'm like, what the you mean? Like, why are you lying? Like, why are you lying? If you didn't do anything wrong, why are you lying? From Monday to Tuesday to Wednesday, these are the 3 days I had from the incident. So then once I came to conclude that that's what happened to me, I felt like I needed to find a way to try to get him caught. Like, find a way to, you know, get the cops involved. I knew that it was too late for me to get a kit. I knew that it was too late for me to just do anything that had to do with like immediate evidence. And because he kept talking to me, like he kept making it seem like, oh, I just want to make sure you're okay. I was like, I can get him to say what he did on the phone. So I had texted him like that night, Tuesday night, after like barely talking to him. And I just let him know, I'm like, I need to talk to you like immediately. And you know, he didn't answer, of course. And then the next morning he texted me, and then the next day I was like, I'm gonna call you when I get off of work. Long story short, I recorded an 1.5 hour message between us on the phone. I had one phone here and one phone here of him literally apologizing. Like, he literally thought that this was something that he could fix. He thought that was something that he could fix. He thought that he could literally fix me. He proceeded to not only finally admit that he didn't use a condom on me, but he also proceeded to also lie, tell me that because when he told me he didn't hit, when he finally admitted that he didn't use a condom on me, and the reason that he lied is because, you know, he didn't want to hurt my feelings. He then proceeded to go on about how he wanted to work through it, how he felt like this was a misunderstanding, and how he felt like it could all be fixed. I let him know, like, I'm a victim of assault. Like, I was as a 13-year-old girl. I was between 11 and 13. Let me say that. Between 11 and 13, I was by someone, and this situation just re-triggered it all. And it's to the point where I told him, I'm like, hey, like, I was a little girl when it first happened to me. I'm not a little girl anymore, and I'm not going to let you get away with this. And he proceeded to just say, he begged for me not to tell the cops. He told me on the recording not to tell the cops because he could get in serious trouble, because he was feeding so many people, and, you know, he just wanted me to look out for him. That's what he wanted. And don't worry. I got the voice messages. I got them. I'm gonna upload them. This is the conversation that we had. So that was the 18th, the night before we went out. This is now the 19th at 1:46 p.m. I did not respond. Later on that day, he just kept inquiring about me. I did not respond. Talk to him till about a full conversation till about Wednesday. And then when I called him after work, you know, this is just me showing y'all that that's what's going on. What do you mean what's going on? I'm not feeling too good. I was up last night. I can't sleep. I don't like it. I don't like the way you made me feel. I don't like what you did. I don't like nothing. I don't like it. I feel weird. I don't feel like you're sorry. I don't know.
You don't feel like I'm sorry. You're the one who stopped me from talking to you. I told you all day yesterday, I want to talk to you. I want to get close to you. You know, this is, what I can tell you is this, right? I like you. Regardless of anything that happened, I like you. I ain't coming in your life to play with you. I'm on my 40s. I've been single for 2 years. So, the same way I was by myself, I could have been by myself, but I got drawn to you. And I keep up with you every day, and you saw that. I am coming to your life to play with you. I'm interested in you. I want to do a lot of stuff with you. What happened is, we was drunk. It happened. Am I proud of myself? No. And this is coming from the bottom of my heart. Do I have any ill intent toward you? No. Am I not affected about how you feel? Yes. I am affected. It's running in my mind every single minute. Because I'm used to talking to you. Now, I barely talk to you. So my phone is dry. Because when I really start seeing you day after day, I'm like, you know what? If you want something serious, you have to just...
Don't you think you should have thought about all of that when the moment you decided that it was okay to have sex with me while I was drunk? You don't think that was...
So you saying it like, okay, you was drunk, I'm sober, and I decide to do it. That's what it sounds like.
I'm saying it as if I was not. I'm saying it exactly what happened. I was drunk, meaning I had no idea what was going on. Did I?
Okay. So you tryna? Are you like? This is like a judgment right now. So you tryna tell me right now that you taking in consideration that you was intoxicated while we both drink the same alcohol?
Did I come on to you? Did I make it seem to you that I wanted to have?
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
I'm first of all, I'm calling you to basically with you as if you it don't matter what you got to say right now.
Okay. So the thing about
what are you thinking about right now? Like, I'm really confused.
You asked me a question. Wow. So if you can listen, we can talk. Because you ask a question, I'm telling you how I'm really feeling about the situation. Now you don't want to answer that I'm giving you, and this is the truth.
No. That's not what is happening right now. That's what's going on. What do you mean what's going on?
Me and you, I entertain you for the whole time because my intention are pure and they still pure. It's unfortunate. You might think that I am not affected by it, but I'm not going to tell you because you don't believe that I'm affected by it. I have intention.
Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Did you hear what I asked you? If your daughter, 3 daughters, right? 3 daughters. If your daughters were $3, because I am a female, so you understand what is going on, because you're not understanding me.
You're talking to me like I don't understand everything that you're explaining me. Why are you taking example of anything like I'm dumb? I understand what's going on. I keep telling you that the way I feel.
I went to somebody's house after I got drunk, and he had sex with me, and I was not aware. What would you say?
Oh, so you was not aware?
Was I moving? When you touched me, was I moving?
Well, no, I want to know, was you aware or not?
I was aware of what you was doing, yes, but did I give you permission to touch me? Did I say let's have sex?
Okay, okay, when can you tell me what
you know how I just answered your question? You should answer my question too. You know how you asking me questions and I'm answering?
Answering this question right now, it's not something that's gonna bring me to find a solution on what we do.
You asked me a question and I asked you a question.
My intention is not a question response.
You asked me a question and I asked you a question.
Whoa. My intention is not question response. My intention is how can we talk as adults and find a way to...
I don't think you understand.
Well, I don't understand anything at all because everything you say is your understanding, and when I say something, I don't understand.
You can't understand.
I try to talk me and you. I entertain you for the whole time.
Just to show y'all how serious it was, in the beginning of my story, I let y'all know that I was really struggling financially, like really bad. And it was to the point where this job had accepted me, the job that I was going to work at with him. And I literally wrote this email the next day at that night because I was like, I cannot work with this man. Like, no. And as you can see, I said occurred this past Sunday, which is the night we were out, aka Monday morning. I was not going to take the job. Like, why would I work with I'm not working with a no, it's not happening. Just now I'm sitting here trying to explain to you how what happened that night and me trying to make you understand by involving your daughters because I'm somebody's daughter. And when you get offended, meaning offense, meaning when your voice yells, that's a.
I didn't get offended.
Okay. You keep cutting me off. So this is just.
You keep accusing me. You keep accusing me of stuff, though. I'm not gonna assume anything until you show me directly.
I'm showing you directly that I'm upset. So for you to sit there and say that I at all, you are fine. You didn't feel.
Who's talking about me here?
It's about me.
Nobody talking about me.
It's about me. Yeah, you keep talking about you.
But no, I can talk
You
about
keep
how
talking
I feel,
about
so you.
you.
Can understand me though. So if I don't talk about how I feel, how you gonna understand?
I think that you knew everything that you was doing. Yes, it takes a lot to have somebody. Two people involved. Yes, absolutely. Yes. You kept calling my name. I remember you calling my name. I remember you calling my name. Was you not calling my name a few times? Did you not tell me that the reason that you stopped having sex with me is because I was not responding? Did you not say that?
Why are we doing this? What you going with this? Tell me.
Again, did you not say that? Yes or no? Because I'm really trying to understand. Okay, it's fine, Victor. It's fine. I have nothing else to say. Just now you said
we could sit down and do that. That's why I keep talking about I want to go forward and talk to you. I never had no intention to let you down. Never had no intention to lose you at all. Or any harm or anything. Now, you're telling me, oh, you have a first kid or everything. If you want to ruin my life, you can. You have the power to do it. And that's going to be my fault.
It's going to be what?
That's going to be my fault. That's going to be my fault. Yes, you have the power to do it. You can do it. But God knows what's in my heart. I haven't dated nobody and get close to somebody how I get close to you for the last 2 years. And I was saying it earlier.
And you did that. Wow. That's crazy. You put me in harm's way. You're so drawn to me that you lie.
No, that's not.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's not what we're talking about. I'm telling you that I'm drawn to you, and we were out. We drunk. You was drunker than me. We're gonna admit that. I tried to eat your food. I did that. I was sexually touching you. I did that. But me in my head, yes, we was connected on that level. Now you wake up and tell me you don't like it. I told you, okay, I apologize. It was on the bed, but you keep saying that I never said it. It was on the bed before even anything. No, you said it in the bed before anything, but you're gonna tell me you didn't say it. But I said it in the bed. Yeah, that was wrong. I told you, you know what, that's why I rolled over. And I told you that, you know what, that was wrong. I really apologize that it happened like that. And, you know, after that, I'm trying to catch the ball because I'm like, oh my God, she's going to be mad at me. I don't want to lose her. And I started hating myself for thinking that much. I hated myself. I'm not telling you anything. What I'm dealing with by myself is nothing comparing to what you're dealing with. I can tell you that.
So, although I didn't post like every single minute of the hour and 40, 45, 30 minute messages, I literally posted the main parts to get you a grasp of how the whole conversation went. He only started to like, oh, well, I'm sorry. And he only started to do shit like that when I had told him that I had got a kit and then I told him that I had the detective card. Mind you, I just lied about that. I never got a kit. And I never got detective information. But I told him that I did in hopes that he would be like, no, please. And he fell right for it. He fell right into the trap. Like I said, on Wednesday at this time, it was too late for me to get a kit. And I was just kind of embarrassed, y'all. Like, how could I do this? Like, how could I make such a dumb decision and sleep over this man's house, not knowing him, and I know better. Like, I really know better. Like, I know better. I try to do better when it comes to sleeping over a man's house. I don't know. That is no excuse for a man to you. I don't care what advice you give someone. No is no and consent is consent. And if you don't have it, then you don't have the right to touch anybody who lays in your body. It don't matter what you do, because those are the same people that be like, oh, you shouldn't have wore that mini skirt, or you wouldn't have got touched. Y'all sound like dumb. It's not that at all. I had an ex who, whenever I got too drunk to the point where I was not conscious enough to even enjoy what was going on, he would not touch me. He would not, and this was my man. He wouldn't touch me. And so, please watch out for this man. His name is Gerard. He goes by Victor. He might go by another name. He might go by a whole bunch of names, honestly. Watch out for this man, Charlotte, North Carolina, y'all.
Now, she even admitted, you know, the guy was looking out for her, got her a job. She done gave the story to him and everything about how she ain't got no job, how her car don't do, how her bills do. She needs some money, asking him for money. He breaking bread with her, looking out for her on the money. You know what? I'm gonna even do you a big one. I'm gonna help you even get a job. I'm gonna talk to my manager. You know, he get her a job. You know, she was sick. He took care of her. Anything she ever wanted, when she called and asked, he on it, according to her story. This is what she said. That's number one. Number two, you go to a man's house, wasted, asked him for a t-shirt. A t-shirt. Get in his bed. I mean, what? Come on, ladies, if I'm tripping, get in the comments and let me know. Fellas, what's going on, fellas? What we doing? What we doing? Then she done recorded the man on the audio. It still seemed like on the audio that, you know, the man was trying to be cordial with it, you know. I don't know. But this is what I do know. Get in the comments and let me know what it is you think about it. Because right now, we got to hear his side of the story. I mean, I'm kind of, it's something ain't adding up. And without any further ado, here he is. Check him out.
So I'm making this recording, right, to clear a lot of stuff about the Aisha Drunkin that is out there trying to, you know, say all kind of stuff about me, accusing me of assault or all kind of stuff. I want to say one thing. I'm not surprised that she out there trying to do that, because she tried everything. But why she tried everything though? Because she had an agenda the whole time we knew each other. And she never thought that I'm gonna figure it out and I'm gonna make sure that whatever she wanted not gonna happen. Yes, we met on August, you know, going to Walmart, random thing. You meet somebody attractive, you talk to them. After that, the next day we went on a date, and since then we start talking. But when we went on the date, she just exposed the fact that, you know, she need a job, she don't have a car, she in a bad situation. And, you know, me on my end, I was like, you know, I have the possibility to give this lady a job, you know, because when you trying to talk to somebody and they're in the situation that is not really comfortable, they may not really pay attention to everything that you're trying to tell them. So I told her, you know, I'm gonna talk to my manager. You know, I'm doing good where I'm at, and I think that if I bring somebody, they will accept that person. Even though if I have to train that person on that job, I will do it. I did that. She gave me her resume, I submitted. She was given the job. At that very moment she was supposed to start, let's say, August 19. But because of her background check took a long time, it was pushed to August 26. Mind you, the whole time I know that, you know, she is eager to start a job and have a car and everything. What I do is when I wake up in the morning, we talk, I go to work. When I get off, she was bartending somewhere. I go pick her up and bring her home. And this happened almost every day. We went to another date. Naturally, we chilled at the place. It was a hookah bar. It's on University. We came back, I bring her home, and we was living a routine where all we do is communicate, talk about life, talk about good stuff, and me, at the end, I do what is my part. You know, when she needs something and asks me, I help her with it. She want to go any places, I try to, you know, do some arrangement to bring her there. I even bring her to the airport to fly somewhere. Now, at one point, we have decided to make, you know, the meeting official, you know, to be like officially dating and everything. And even before then, there's a day that I remember that she was sick and she couldn't go to work. I invited her in my house, invited her, cook, give her food, and she wanted to watch her show, which is like a reunion of whatever show. I signed up on Netflix just for that because I really don't watch Netflix. I really don't watch movies on Netflix. She watched it, I bring her home, and that's it. Now, we decided to meet up. The 19th of August. It was supposed to be an official date between me and her. When I went to the date, it was no longer an official date, but I found another couple in there, which is one of her friends and another guy. Well, we stayed there. We had a couple of drinks. People that know me know that, you know, I'm not out in the street. I barely go out. I'm barely seen. Most of the time, if you see me, it's just work. We came back from that day, you know. I know she pretended on her video that she was not conscious, like she was unconscious. On that day, she was wearing at least 4 to 5 inch heels. She get on the car by herself, and I asked her, "Do you want me to drop you home?" I know, since we have drunk alcohol, you know, we cannot drive very, very far, but do you want me to drop you home? She said, "Let's go to my place." Well, I drove to my place. It takes 2 flights of stairs to get to my house. Now, somebody that is unconscious have to go through 2 flights of stairs. I didn't help her. She was okay. She came in the house. She pretended that, you know, the sex was not consensual. A lot of people know me out there, and people that know me know that I'm not really desperate when it comes to women. Not at all. The sex that we had was consensual. It was consensual in the fact that we didn't just get in the house and start having sex. She get in the house, get herself comfortable, ask me for a t-shirt. I gave her a t-shirt. After the t-shirt, if she have asked me for some pants, I would give her sweatpants because I did that the next day. No, she went on the bed naked. We was in the bed naked, holding each other, kissing and caressing each other. And before even ever happened, I give her oral for almost 10 minutes before we even have sex. So you give somebody oral, right? And they pretend that, okay, this guy wanna me. Like, I don't think people that wanna people take the time to be doing oral sex and all those type of things. When we went to the police, she agreed to that. We had oral sex. I give her oral sex before intercourse happened. When intercourse happened, another thing that she didn't say on her video, we had sex and she squared it on my bed, all over the side of the bed that she was laying. Now, we know one thing, and it's proven scientifically. When you're unconscious, right, you can wet yourself.
That was all that screaming. She couldn't scream out. She was...
But it's known scientifically that you cannot skirt while unconscious. You cannot. Because it's another level of stimulation that require your stance to be heightened to be there and be able to do it. So that was consensual. We wake up in the morning, the first thing that we did was have sex again. That she agreed to that when we went to the police. Now, after that, she planned to go on a breakfast. She chose the place that we were supposed to go on a breakfast, and I told her, all right, I gotta go to work after that. You know, we're gonna go to the breakfast, I'm gonna drop you home after that, and I have to get to work. So while I'm getting rid of my stuff, you know, to go to work, to prepare for work, she was still in the bed. And I look at my watch, I'm like, man, it's almost 11 in the morning. I gotta show up at work because they can monitor my car and monitor my computer for work, and they're gonna know that I'm still at home, I'm not on the field. Well, since we didn't have time to go to breakfast, we decided to have sex again. Yes, for the third time. We had sex. After we had sex, she get up, come in the bathroom, brush her teeth. I say, you know, I don't want you to get out of there with the same clothes that you was wearing and heels and all that. I gave her some sweatpants, she already have my t-shirt, and some slides. We drove, I brought her home. When I brought her home, I get out the car, we start talking for a minute, and she heard her cat crying. And then she told me, hey, I can hear my cat, she's crying. I'm like, whoa, what happened to the cat? She said, maybe when I was leaving last night to come to the date, maybe I locked the cat out in the balcony. I'm like, all right, so, you know, go take care of that. Me, I'm heading to work. Well, I head to work. Everything is okay, everything is normal. But while I'm heading to work, I decided that, you know, since we didn't go to breakfast, let me go give you $50 and you go just buy yourself a little breakfast, you know, since we didn't go and spend that money there. I went to work. When I went to work, the whole day passed. The next day I was supposed to be in Florida because my company was assigned me a job to go to Florida. That night, I had to go to bed early. I went to bed early because I have to drive where I was going, 6 to 7 hours with a company car. When I wake up in the morning, I saw missed call and a text saying that we need to talk. Okay, no problem. I picked the phone early in the morning when I wake up and I call her. Okay. I couldn't reach her. I'm reaching voicemail. I'm like, hey man, if it's an emergency, you have to let your phone on so I can reach you. You gotta tell me what's going on because I see that you called me, it's like 12 something. I was already asleep because I had to travel the next day. Well, I text her that. I went to work, I drove to Florida. Now, she texts me back telling me that, okay, I'll call you at 3 p.m. because I have a training. All right, 3 p.m. After 3 p.m., okay, we on the phone, she called. And the whole call, she started laying, I'm not feeling good, I'm doing this, I'm that. For me, the conversation was really awkward. And I don't understand what she really wanted out of that conversation. For the beginning of that, I couldn't understand what she was really trying to do. So I'm trying to talk to her because I know that, you know, she told me that, you know, she really still going to therapy because, you know, sometimes she got some breakdown and everything. Me trying to understand that, I'm like, okay, you know what, give this lady a minute, you know, to pull out what she got to say and see in which way you can help her to calm down and, you know, get back to normal. Mind you, she start telling me, oh, the fact that you didn't have a condom, you know, I'm big on my health and everything. Yo, you put me in a situation and everything and all that. I'm like, what? I put you on what? Oh, she kept going, telling me that, okay, you didn't have to have sex with me while I was drunk and passed out. I'm like, what? While you was passed out? That shit blew me out. While you was passed out, you passed out, but you had sex with passion and scared it on my bed. This is a message. This is me telling her what? What? Because I don't know what you're trying to tell me. I don't know what you're trying to do right now. But I didn't have sex with you. We had sex. We had sex. And yes, I'm sorry that I don't have a condom on that very moment because it's exposing me and her at the same time. Usually I have condom on my nightstand, but I was not even sexually active for a very long time.
3 times
the
one night
was flipped. Yes, you're exposing me to some kind of disease and everything. I went to the doctor and, you know, I need certain medicine to catch something. And I'm like, certain medicine to catch something? What is that about? This is the medicine we're talking about. Well, I don't work in the medical field. Sorry about that. I don't work in the medical field. But I had to ask to somebody that works in the medical field to find out what those medicines are. When I asked somebody that works in a pharmacy, they told me that those medicines are PrEP for people that have AIDS. My mind was blown, and I told her that this is somebody that I'm talking to, you know, that say they need this because, you know, we had sex and, you know, we didn't use a condom. She said, oh no. She's trying to get money out of you because those medicines all combined is like $3,000. Well, I called her. I said, hey, who prescribed and who told you this is the medicine that you need? Because I called a friend of mine that is in the pharmacy, you know, field, and they told me that this is for people that have AIDS. Do you have AIDS? Oh, she just blow up. Oh, you're gonna listen to people or you're gonna listen to what my doctor said? My doctor said this is what I need and this is what I need to get. I mean, like, but this is for HIV. Do you have HIV? She said, do you gonna listen to people or you gonna listen to me? I'm like, all right. At that point, I know what's going on. And it's the same thing that my friend told me, the pharmacist, she's trying to get money out of you. Well, all I have to do right now is play it again. She'll be like, okay, all this medicine cost $3,114. And I'm like, all right. I say, I don't have that money to help you with. I want to help you, but, you know, if you think that that's going to help you not catch anything, man. Which is weird because how you know you caught something? How you know you've been infected with something? Because if you go get a test right now, for whatever you get a test of STD, it's not something instant that they're going to tell you. If you go to Quest Diagnostic or everything, you go get tested, they tell you 48 hours maximum or 72 hours, you might see your test result. Well, at that point I understood what's going on, so I just have to go with the game. 3,000. I say, no, I don't have it. She said, you know, I have people that I'm taking care of. I'm not somebody that's going to wake up and just get $3,000 and give it to somebody, but I really want to help you. I really want to help you. And what you're gonna let me do is you let me gather, some money. I'm gonna call a free friend, At this very moment, I'm on a timer. If in my job, if I'm idle for 20 to 25 minutes, I'm supposed to be with a customer. If I'm not with a customer and I'm not on a break, I'm supposed to tell them what's really going on because I'm on a clock. So at that point, I'm ready. I'm ready to just finish this conversation because I understood what's going on. And everything that she said, I'm trying to just get rid of the phone situation call. I'm like, okay, I'm ahead. So I'm making this recording, right? So the first video was
part 2.
So I guess this is going to be a part 2. And I was where somebody was asking me for $3,114 for some HIV prep. Now, I resumed to work and try to talk to her and tell her, we can talk about all this when I get back home, We can meet up and talk. She didn't want to talk to me. And the fact that she didn't want to talk to me, that's what I understood that, okay, this is just about somebody that want money, and that's the only thing that they're worried about. Well, I didn't have a problem with that. You want money? Go to work. That's what I do. People that know me know that I work like 7 days a week. You want money? I gave you a chance to have money. I gave you a job that's gonna provide you for a car, that's gonna pay you well. So, why are we talking about the money? I told her, yeah, I'm gonna gather some money. I have a few friends that I'm gonna call and, give me until Thursday. Thursday night is the day that I'm supposed to come home. I come home Thursday. I know that I'm not giving nobody no money. I'm not gonna let somebody play me like that. Well, what happened was this.
He's gonna put it up.
Somebody texts me.
You don't even know.
That's interesting. Somebody, another number texts me.
My sister put over $3,000 of medicine on my credit card and said,
I hope you can read
you would
this.
be paying me back today. Where is the money since you refuse to be on?
Somebody texts me, saying that, their sister put $3,000 of medication on their credit card. And since I refuse to be a man and follow through with what you said you're gonna do, which is me telling somebody I'm gonna help them, they're gonna contact their lawyer. I don't know the person. I ain't got no business with you. You contacted your lawyer for what? Me and you don't have no business together. And it's not money that I owe you. I tell that person, whatever you call your sister, that I'm gonna help them, and the help that I say that it was to get rid of them on the phone, so I can keep my job because I know what's going on there. Another confirmation is this of her talking about that money. Well, I won't accuse nobody, but I presume that must be the sister in question. When they called me that night, I told them that, yeah, I have an emergency, I got to go to the hospital because my daughter is sick or whatever. The next thing that happened, because I didn't give nobody money,
Just scam.
yeah, the next thing that happened
Scam.
was a very good message of somebody saying that since I don't want to follow through, they're gonna get their lawyer involved And the other thing that happened is, this was on my door when I wake up in the morning.
Call him a grapist.
Those was on my door. Well, I'm somebody that don't just react out of impulse on certain situation. I just keep my calm and just think through everything. I knew that, okay, I'm being blackmailed and somebody's trying to intimidate me. This is the stairs before you even get to the stairs to the apartment. I kept all these things, and I know that I'm going to need them. Because I need to show what's really happening. Somebody didn't get their money. This is what happened that night. They threatened me, called me all kind of names and threatened me to bring me to the law. But I ain't got nothing to fear.
They threatened.
Because I know I ain't nobody, I ain't assault nobody. So I ain't got nothing to fear. A week passed. The detective called me. Technically, was supposed to meet on a Monday. The detective called me in the weekend. I missed the call. He left a message on a Sunday. Monday morning, I called the detective, and he asked me to come in. Well, me and the detective set up a Wednesday meeting for this matter, and then after that, I talked through everything. I'm like, yeah, I don't need to even go there on Wednesday. I want to get done with this. This has to be taken care of. I called the detective. I said, you know what? I can make it tomorrow. What time do you want to see me tomorrow? He told me, oh, you can come there around 1 p.m. I'm like, okay, I'll be there at 1 p.m. I went to see the detective, and all the stuff that I'm showing you is things that I have showed. When that lady says she don't want the job, she have the nerve to tell me, okay, since I have left the job that you have found for me, I found another job, but I don't have a car. I need you to give me $385 for a rental. $385 for a rental. I told her, I don't have that money right here. When I am in my mission right now for work, they pay for the car, they pay for the hotel. But I have to feed myself and take care of my stuff myself. And I already paid my bill, so I am not that rich right now. But I know one thing. You know that you go into your therapy session, and I say that I'm gonna help you on that one because you don't have the money. You say it was 65, I'll send you 85. This is the money that I work for. This is my money. Now, I don't give you $385 for a car. I gave you 85 on my money. You have to go to tell me, oh, 85 left you broke? Like, do you think I'm going to work for you? When I wanted to help you, I help you intentionally. I gave you money that I have the proof of on my Cashapp. But I don't feel like I'm forced to give you money. Now, if you want to go that route, I'm like, okay. She said, okay, I have that, but I'm still waiting for my chart, whatever. I'm like, okay, if I give you my chart, it's okay, but you're going to have to give me your my chart because you here accusing me of giving you herpes. Now, it's no longer about AIDS, right? Now it's herpes. He said, my doctor said you gave me herpes. Yo, it takes 4 to 6 weeks to determine that you caught herpes, and it's not verified that the person that you have sex with is the one that gave it to you. In 10 days, somebody say I gave them herpes. Not 4 weeks to 6 weeks, in 10 days. And that is a subject that we talked about when we went to court.
Oh, they went to court?
Yes, because we went to court. We went to the police. Everything was dismissed because it was not adding up. We went to court. It was dismissed. And I noticed that, all the results that she got from court, she trying to use them on her video to say like, oh, I was not prepared on this, on that. No, she came to court ready, showing papers that she did this and she went this. Now she said she didn't go to the doctor. Well, I don't know what type of paper was presented when we went to court, because that's not what she said there. When we went to court, the same story that I'm telling you is the same thing that I'm telling you. Same story I told to court, I'm telling you. We had sex 3 times.
And I made a squirt.
We both agreed to that sex. Nobody was hurt, nobody was pushed, nobody was scratched, nobody was done anything.
Oh, if she ain't scratching, you ain't doing it right. How she squirt?
Not once, not twice, 3 times. Planned to go to breakfast, didn't happen. I gave you the money for it. Now, you have an agenda, just like I said it in the first video, of doing this, getting money out of me, because at that very moment you was telling me that you needed a car that you didn't have. Well, you did try to ask me for $385 that I'm not going to give, nor the $3,114 that I'm not going to give. You push everything and make it a small claim up to 10,000 or whatever. You might be able to lie to the people around you, but you're not going to play with the justice system. Those people was trained to understand every single situation and whatever come with it. So that case was dismissed. The other thing is, she filed an appeal, and when she filed an appeal, they decide to, how they call the thing again, novo, whatever. They decide to do trial de novo, a bench trial, when we're supposed to come with lawyers and everything. I didn't need a lawyer. My story is not that long to be needing a lawyer. The story is about what happened here and everything that happened, that went down. The same story I went with at the police, the same story I went with the civil court, the same story I went with the district court, and I gave them all the support that I have as paper that showed everything that I said. Now, when somebody didn't have the money that they asked for, and oh no, I cannot accuse them of putting those things off my door, but it sounds awkward that, all of a sudden I have all those stickers on my door. I don't accuse somebody that I don't see. I don't do those things. And that's what I said in the court. When they asked me, I'm like, I found it on my door the same night that somebody was expecting money, but I cannot accuse them because I didn't see them with my own eyes. And it was fair to say that. But I know that it's very related.
Yeah, I hate to lie.
Now, on the text message, somebody already threatened me that, they're going to ruin my life. I'm ready for you. You want to ruin my life? If I had something to fear about or something that I have done that I know that I was wrong on the situation, I won't be, going to court or rushing to go to see the detective or anything. I was ready to be done with the situation. Because I was, at this point, I'm disgusted. Somebody that I helped have a job, somebody that I took my time helping them financially and bringing them on some places, somebody that I thought that, I could entertain a relationship, have flipped the script on me and trying to say, what? Yo. We went to district court. Meanwhile, it was dismissed again. Here's the paper. I'm sure I can see. I'm getting close. But that shows that she filed for that. What's important about the paper is It's not that. It's this. That showing the court conclude plaintiff did not establish her claim and is not entitled to the relief sought. It is hereby ordered the plaintiff complaint is dismissed with prejudice having been heard on the merit. He was given the chance to be heard. He trying to tear my name down, trying to say all kind of stuff at the court. I remember you telling me that, oh, he doesn't speak English very well. I'm not taking proud of speaking English very well. I speak French very well because I'm French. English is a language that I learn, and it's okay. But I'm a salesperson, I guess. For me to be successful in my job, I have to speak English, but it's okay. You're trying to, embarrass me in the court system? That's fine. What I want to say is, people are out there that want to help. They just don't want to take advantage of people, but just want to help with good intention. I walk you on the process of having a chance to have a job, have a car, have a better living. And on the other side, I help you financially. For almost a month, I called you and talked to you. It's still mind-blowing how everything has shifted and everything have been flipped for you to stand here and trying to tear my name on the internet. I really knowing me, and people that know me know that I'm not worried about, outside energy, tear your name down and all that, and talking to them, make sure that everybody get a hold of the video. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. As long as the people that I know that matters to me know the truth, I'm good. There's nothing that you do out there trying to tear my name that's gonna make me move different or be different. Nothing. You can say what you want, but I needed to make this little video to show people there's some part that you're missing. There's some little part that you didn't talk about, and you could have involved them. You could have tell the part that you was in my bed, scared it, and you was with a lot of passion having sex, and you had 3 times. You didn't mention that. You didn't mention that you was trying to take money out of me using that. The fact that we had without no condom and that you were sick. Well, we go from HIV to herpes, things that you say that I gave you that you couldn't even in court show. And then that even the normal person can research and know that what you're saying don't make sense. How in 10 days you find out that somebody give you herpes? Well, HIV, I had to go and make my test. So I don't know what you got, but I don't got no HIV. And whatever you got your herpes, I'm sorry, it's not from here.
Wherever you can.
But I had to clear out all this and just tell other men out there that, you don't know who you meet in the street, man. You don't know who you meet in the street. They can attractive and all that, but you don't know what plan they have in their mind. And what's really dangerous is the one that you think that really have the potential to be the person that you're looking for can turn into hell to you. Well, I found out, I've been like shocked and mind blown with the whole process of this situation. And now that was a learning lesson to know that, you know, if you don't know somebody, you don't know them.
That brother had them receipts. He wasn't playing no games. Now, as I listened to his side of the story, a lot of what she was saying and what he said lined up. We met at Walmart. We talked a lot on the phone. I talked to my manager, got her a job. You know, anything she wanted, I helped. You know, a lot of the stuff, you know, lines up with each other. But what she did not mention, from what he mentioned, was that they didn't have XEX one time, not 2 times, but 3 times, man. How do you get Grape out of having intercourse 3 times, man? And not only that, let him tell it. She ski all over his sheet. Come on. Ladies, what are we doing? This is everyday life situations in our communities. This is stuff that needs to be talked about amongst truckers, because we are fathers, brothers, uncles, cousins, sisters, mothers, wives, husbands. More than going on outside of this trucking, man. Our community suffers things like this every single day. And truckers' voices need to be heard when it comes to stuff like that. What are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? She didn't tell us that. The cases was dismissed in court. Not 1 time, not 2 times, but 3 different times on appeals and everything, man. Not only that, you waited 2 days before you even said something. You lied to him and told him you got a Grape kid. You didn't even do that. Was it a play? M2T? Get in the comments and let me know. Was this a play? Or is this young lady actually telling the truth? Who is it that y'all feel like is telling the truth? There's a whole lot of more things that he laid out that it made. See, this the thing. I'm common sense. I'm with the common sense all day, every day. You ain't finna come at me with all that lollygagging and that fairy tale and unicorn stuff. We ain't playing them kind of game. This ain't that and that ain't this. We straight common sense. And a lot of what that brother said, I can't say. I don't know if he telling the truth or not. But from the receipts that he showed, don't lie. It is what it is. I feel like this brother was keeping it 100. So, I want to know what you guys think about this situation. Was this a Grape? Or was this a fake? Was this a Grape? Or was this a play? Get in the comments and let me know. Alright? Alright. Big shout out to my A1 Day Ones. Big shout out to the one that just be glancing in to see what's popping. And a special shout out to my new subscribers. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support, fam. And y'all already know. Until next time, it's your boy.
I just got in a whole brand new bag. I'm running around. Jewelry moving like